So somebody asked me, what's the hardest thing about your experience with GBS? Huh. Oh my goodness, the whole thing, man. I think there's a couple of things that I can say to that. I think that the most traumatic memory for me, and keeping in mind that the time I'm recording this video, this was just a few months ago, was waking up and not being able to move from the waist down, dragging myself out of bed. The moment when I fell and I couldn't get up, my husband was at work and I was on the floor for like 2, 3 hours because I was just trying to get up. I was chairs and the bed, just crawling around, dragging myself on the ground because I couldn't get up on my knees because I couldn't move my legs. That was scary. And another thing that was scary for me, my husband and I went out to get something to eat at one of the local restaurants. I want to say in November, and I was just starting to go out. I don't go out a lot because I'm not vaccinated right now. I'm not up on my boosters, and I have no more vaccinations for a while. But I went into the restaurant. I had a walker, and I almost fell a couple of times because the carpeting that they had and these little area rugs they had around the floor in the restaurants moved. They weren't tacked down to the floor. So, and when my walker hit them, they got bunched up and it almost threw me to the floor. One time, one of the other restaurant patrons got up to help me because they thought I was going to fall. And I think the third thing is perception and how I feel when I'm in the public with a walker. I'm a pretty active person. I dance and I work out and stuff. I'm used to being active, and it's hard having to get the walker. And I think I have a whole different perception now for people who are in any way challenged physically, having to be around us in the world where we're not adjusting to stuff. Whole new perception, because I have to survive now. I have to survive, and that's probably the hardest muscle to regain control of, and that's the muscle of confidence. Having the confidence to be able to get up and just do things that you used to be able to do without thinking about it. Getting up and running to the bathroom is easier now than it used to be. But when I first got home, that was an adventure. And when I was in the hospital, I needed somebody to help me. And that is so undignified. It's so intense to have to ring a bell and wait for somebody to come and get you so that you can use the restroom. These are the things that we don't think about. We don't think about until something happens. So that's the answer to the question. Thanks for the question. I'm open to more questions. Feel free. Thank you guys. Have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.